What's up guys, my name is Alan and welcome to my channel Alan Architectural. So in this video we are going to be talking about model text in Revit. We are going to talk, some people get a little bit confused with the model text and then the text itself. Alright, I've had several complaints, so I'm going to be explaining that in this video today. So without much ado, let's get started. So now we are just going to talk about the model text and also the text itself. Now in Revit, if let's say you have a wall, all right, let's just model any wall. So we are just going to select any wall. I'll take the generic, I'm going to take the interior block 100 and then I'm just going to draw it in there. I'm not going to care about any dimension, and then I'm going to create similar. I'm going to draw another wall as well. I draw another wall in here, and then I'm going to draw another wall in here from the center as well. Perfect. So now let's say you have this space right here. All right, let's look at it in the 3D. So if you want to look at it in the 3D, you just move to this ribbon right here, and then we just turn it around in the 3D form. Let's just look at it in the 3D. All right, beautiful. So now let's go back into our level 1. All right, so now in Revit, if let's say you want to write a text, all right, you want to write a text in this space. All right, some people intend going to model text, which is wrong. Model text is not the text you would want to use to identify a space. Model text is not going to be the one. All right, model text is sort of like a 3D text. It's like a text that you are going to model in a 3D form, and I'm going to be showing you guys how you can do that in Revit. All right, let's say you have a building and then you want to write something on the building. All right, model text is where you go. But if you want to write something on plan or indicate something, all right, where you can find your text is on this ribbon right here. I explained in previous videos, some people are going to have this ribbon at the top over here, but I have just brought mine down here. All right, so when you look on this ribbon, you are going to see an alphabet of the sort of an alphabet like A, the letter A. So you are just going to click on that alphabet, and that's the alphabet you are going to be using for any kind of text or lettering or writing you'll be doing on the drawing. In every view, in any view you go to, let's say I go to level 2, I'm still going to use this text. All right, so let me go back into level 1. So I'm back into level 1. So if you want to write down any text in Revit, this is where you go to. You go into this ribbon, you see the one with the letter A. That's what you use. Now when you just leave your mouse pointer on the letter A, it's going to tell you, it's going to give you a little bit of information about that tool right there. So it's telling us that the shortcut for that is TX. I'm going to try to see if it is true. So the shortcut for that is TX. Perfect, it worked. So I'm going to hit the escape key a couple of times. So I'm going to move my mouse pointer back to there. So that is the tool you are going to use for lettering. If you want to write down anything on plan or write something to identify something, this is where you go to. So I'm going to click on that. Now when you click on that, anytime you click on something, you just have to pay attention. You just have to go and look straight into your properties panel. All right, it's going to give you some information over there. So when you click on your properties panel, this is what Revit automatically gives you by default. So 2.5 mm area. So it's telling you that the size of the text that I'm selecting now is going to be 2.5 millimeters bigger. All right, and then you're going to have 3.5, which is also bigger, 5 mm, which is way more bigger than the 3.5 and the 2.7, and then as large is going to give you 7 mm area. So area is just the font style. The area there is just the font style, so you can change that if you want. So now we are just going to click on any of that. Now when you click on any of that, you're going to move your mouse pointer into the edit type where the magic happens. So the edit type is where you can change and manipulate everything of that text. All right, so we've clicked on that edit type in there. So the first thing you have to do is you have to duplicate. Very, very important. So I'm going to call this my text 1. All right, I'm going to call this text 1, and then I don't want the color to be black, I want it to be red, and I'm going to keep the color at red, and I'm going to make the background transparent. You can leave it at opaque if you want. I'm going to keep that at transparent. And then Arial, guys, the Arial you are seeing there, Revit automatically picks everything at Arial by default. So with the text font, like I said, I'm going to change my text font. I'm going to select the Roman Times. I'm going to select the Roman New Times, and then I can make it bold, I can make it italic, and I can underline. So if I keep this check, it means that everything I'm going to write is going to be underlined. All right, if you've ever used Microsoft Word, you'd understand that. So if I select italic, it means that all my words are going to be slanted. Let me do that for you guys to see. So I'm going to just click here. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to write bedroom. I'm going to write bedroom in there. You can see, guys, bedroom in there. I'm going to move this. Now another way you can move, all right, you can move an item in Revit is, you see these arrow keys on your keyboard. Every keyboard should have these arrow keys, the up and down. So you can click on the up, click on the down to bring it down, and click on the left to send it to the left side, click on the right, bring it up, and just kind of like just move it to about where you want it. So I want it somewhere around this area. Perfect. So I'm going to click on that. Now you can see italic means the words are going to be slanted, and I don't want that. I want it to be straight. I can keep it at bold, and let me just show you guys the underline as well. Everything is underlined when you select the underline. So I'm going to leave that underline over there. Now let's say I want to change the size of this text. All right, I want to change the size. I want to make it way much bigger. So I'm just going to change the size. You go into the text area, you see the text size. We can change that to about 4.5, or we can do it just 5, or we can do it 5.5. Let's do 5.5. Let's see what we have. Wow, this is way much bigger. All right, so we have a very much bigger text in our space now. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go to create similar, and then I'm going to write in here WC. I'm going to write WC in there. Perfect. And then this space, I'm going to write in here the living area. All right, now let's say you want your text, so I'm going to write living area, and then when you just select it, let's say you've written a lot of text and you want to center it, you can move into this panel right here, and then you align your text. All right, Revit can also check the spelling for you if you want, so I'm just going to leave it at default at wherever it is. All right, so now we are going to talk about the model text. All right, this model text we see here, I've seen someone in architecture school actually using this model text in spaces, which is very wrong. You're not supposed to use that as spaces. It's a 3D form of text. So I'm going to select the model text. Now this is what happens. All right, let's say I select this model text. It's first going to give you a pop-up menu where it wants you to type in the text that you want to write. So let's say I want to write room 45. So I've written room 45. Now you see I'm now on the level 1 view. I'm on the plan view. All right, I'm on the plan view. So I'm going to put this here, room 45. So now when I click on that, I can go into the edit type, and it's giving me the size over here. I can change the font if I want, just as we did to the normal text we had in there. I can change the size, and I can also increase. I can increase it. I can make it 700, and I can make it bold. I can make it italic. Now this is a 3D form of text. So let's go into the 3D form. Let's see something. Now you see when we move into our 3D view, we have that room 45 in there, but we don't have the other ones we wrote in there. All right, those ones are just in the view. So this is a 3D form of text. It's going to appear in your 3Ds, and even if you cut a section, it's also going to appear in there. All right, so mostly someone asked me, how will he be able to model this text on the surface of a wall in a 3D view? It's quite simple. So let's say we have this 3D view right here. Now the first thing you are going to want to do is, if you want to model anything on the surface, the first thing you have to do is move into the architecture tab, go into the last side over here. You see this work plane, click on set. All right, when you click on set, When you click on set, you are going to have a pop-up menu. Now this pop-up menu is going to have a name, pick a plane, pick a line, and use the work plane it was sketched in. So this is what it means. When you say the name, you actually have to pick the plan view. It's going to let you draw on the level view. All right, you can only use this on plan, just like as we did to this text that we wrote over there, the room 45. So I want it on the surface of the wall. So I'm just going to select pick a plane. When I select pick a plane, I'm going to hit on OK, and then I'm going to select. Now let's say we want it on this surface of the wall. So you just have to hover your mouse pointer on the surface of the wall, hover your mouse pointer around it. You are going to see this blue highlighted lines. When you see that it has picked that surface of the wall, then you just click on it. So when you click on it, it's now picked. It's automatically picked. So when I'm still in the 3D view, so when I go into this model text again, and then I write room 45, and then I write in room 45, it's going to pick. It's going to pick. You see, it's not going to pick anything. It's just picking as if it's the surface of that wall that we picked. So I'm just going to click on that, and then there we go. We have our room 45 on that surface of the wall. In there, we can equally go into the edit type, and then we can change the size and then the font view as well. We can change the font, and we can make it bold, italic, just as we did to the normal text, the one we have in here. So this one, we don't use this model text in labeling spaces. All right, we don't use this one. This one is a form of a 3D model text. Whatever, if you use it on plan, when you use it on plan, you should know it's also going to appear in a 3D view. And then when you are rendering your building, let's say you are rendering your building, you are going to see this inside the building on the floor, which is very wrong. So you are going to have this level 1. Level 1, we just use this text. This is what we use in labeling and identifying anything in Revit. But when we want to model a text in a 3D form, this is the one we use. I hope you guys understand this video and you guys find this video very interesting. Make sure you guys like and comment on my video. Make sure you subscribe as well. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.